One of the most difficult positions to be in is to be completely in love or infatuated with someone, even though that person does not share the same feelings with you. This can lead to a lot of self-doubt and feelings of rejection. It's really one of the hardest things to experience when you are out there dating and looking for that feeling to be reciprocated. It's especially hard if the person that you're feeling greatly towards is someone who you already know, but the two of you have come to a mutual understanding that the relationship isn't working or the connection isn't there. But what if it's somebody that you have been eyeing for a long period of time, maybe someone you've just said hello to, or somebody that you get to see all the time, and your feelings are constantly growing for that person, but that person either doesn't know that you are interested in them or the person has made it clear, whether it be through body language or maybe they have even told somebody that they're just not into you. That can be a really tough place to be in. If you're like a lot of people, you're probably telling yourself that the other person just doesn't know you. And you may be sort of comforting yourself with the thoughts or the ideas that, well, because they don't really know you, you can't really take it personally. And that is the truth. You shouldn't take it personally. But if you've really observed that person for an extended period of time and really, really love a lot of the qualities that that person possesses, it can become very painful to know that that person seems like the perfect match for you, but they don't seem to share in that idea at all. You're going to have to get over that initial feeling of hurt if you want to move past that situation in order to get the person to observe you or to reconsider being with you or giving you another chance or even observing you in the first place. If you really want that person to take note of you, you are going to need to step aside and let your emotional state fall away and let go of the feelings of rejection in order to get past that initial dark, damp feeling of not being liked. You really absolutely need to let that go. And what we need to do is to move forward with the 3 tips, which will really get him at least to start looking in your direction and reconsidering you. And these techniques are simple. There are only 3 of them, but they are very effective. So take note. Tip number 1, get the 411. Now, this first tip may seem a little weird, a little psycho, but it sounds more psycho than it really is because it's quite sound in its principle. And that is you need to go out and find as much information about this person that you're interested in. Connect with any of the friends or people who already know them. Get a feel of who that person is. I mean, really study that person. Find out what their hobbies are, what they love to do. And you need to do this discreetly. You don't need to make a show of it or to make everybody around him know. But you do need to ask questions and just be a little coy about it. But you do need to know as much information. And here's another thing. You do need to take notes. And it may seem a little over the top, but yes, taking notes will keep it clear in your mind of who he is. It will give you an opportunity to study him, an opportunity to be the observer of this particular person that you feel that you need to have. Even though you've already acquired information about him previously, just get more information. Find as much information that will lead you to have a clearer understanding of his likes and his dislikes and what really inspires him. Tip number 2, show an interest in what interests him. Based on the information that you've gathered about him, choose one of the things and strike up a conversation in earshot of him. Let him hear the conversation where he is and let him hear you speaking about it. Get involved in the conversation about that thing, that particular thing that he is interested in. Of course, you're going to have to do your research and you're going to have to be able to talk about it with a lot of enthusiasm and interest. Talk about why you love that particular thing. Say, for example, it's a movie or a book or a sport. Get involved in the conversation and make certain that he actually hears you talking about it and talking about it with passion, with energy, with excitement. Tip number 3, take action. Words are cheap. So the first tip is to acquire as much information about him. And the second one is to show an interest by talking about it where he can hear you having a discussion about this topic or this interest that he has, and you want to talk about it passionately. With tip number 3, you need to take action. And what action does is it further drives home the idea that you are active in what you are talking about. Most people bond with similar interests. So when he discovers that you are passionate about the thing that he is passionate about, when he hears you speaking about it, when he sees you going out and actually doing it, this will signal in his mind a feeling of shared interest. And automatically what that does inside of his mind is to say, aha, she's similar to me, or she has an interest in what I'm interested in. If you go back to high school, you will recall that most people bond and create these social groups based on common interests, whether it be sports or whether it be makeup or, you know, art, whatever it is, you will see that there are clusters of people sharing similar ideas. And even though we grow as adults, we continue to seek out people who share similar interests, and we bond much faster with people who share interests in things that we really, really love than a person who doesn't have an interest in the things that you're passionate about. So there you have it. As simple as these 3 techniques may be, they are very, very effective because what they do is open the door to allowing you entry into this person's life. Of course, from that point on, you do want to apply the secrets of magnetism. Be open to striking up a conversation with this person so that you do have something to talk about. It's okay if you make the first move. At least now you have sort of paved the way for that person to see you in a new light. They will see you in a new light, and that light is a light of sharing something which brings him joy. So he is absolutely going to be more receptive to you. Now from that point forward, you can begin to apply the secrets of magnetism to the experience for a very effective and powerful seduction. If you've ever had the desire to really produce powerful, charged desire in a man, then you really, really want to sign up for this free audio program. Listening to it alone will bring you so much excitement, and it's such fun. So sign up today and let's take this journey a little further. Anything worth learning takes time. And if you really want to master this, it's going to take a process of learning. So sign up today.